Yeah, Jake, we're going to be doing Jake's...
Restart?
Yeah. This is the show where I craft... All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Drink or Drive Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Orlando, and I got none other than Jake Reiner here with me today. Jake, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I got a classic car that we're going to be pairing a cocktail with in exchange for hopefully the keys to your vehicle. So you think we should get into this?
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's try it out.
All right, let's do it. Oh my God, this is the biggest thing I have ever seen in my life. Okay.
Buy low, sell high.
Okay.
It's for sale.
All right, Jake, I'm stoked to have you here, man. I mean, we've been friends for a while. I've known you've had some really cool old classic cars, so I've always wanted to get you on the show, and this is honestly the perfect timing. So what did you bring for me here today?
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course.
I got a 59 Chevy Impala.
59?
Yeah, second year of the Impala.
Okay. Now that's the one with the big bat wings, right?
Correct. It's got the big wings, cat eyes, they call them. You know, it's the most sought after year right now, and it's my second one. I love it. I love the color combo on it.
Because you had a 1958 before, correct?
I had a 58. I have a few 58s.
Yeah. Now the 58 was the first year?
First year of the Impala, yeah.
All right.
First year of the Impala. Beautiful. My favorite year of the car.
The 58's your favorite year?
Yeah.
Okay.
59's up there, you know, it's right next to it.
Now what's the color of this thing, too?
It's a yellow, green. It's originally from the factory. It was a 990D paint code, which is a yellow and white combo.
Okay.
And right now it's been repainted. It's got a green top and green trunk lid, and the Continental kit ring has been painted as well.
So now, 1959, why are you driving such an old car? That's insane.
Yeah.
They don't make cars like that these days
No.
anymore. You don't even see that many cars on the road from that old.
I mean, it's a boat. I love the way it drives.
It is a boat for sure.
Yeah, it's a fun car to drive, and yeah, I've always loved the pre 65. I'd say is like kind of the years where I look at cars.
Okay.
You know, California pre 75 smog exemption, but pre 65 is like what I kind of consider older and, you know, more classic.
Now, is that just something you've always been into, those older cars? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah. It came from my grandfather, really. He was the main influence on me, I guess you could say, with all the older cars. My dad wasn't really into it, being from Switzerland, and my mom's dad had a heavy role in it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, did he have some pretty cool cars as well too?
Oh, yeah, but you know, he's the amount of cars he's had, I'll never have. You know, he went through so many Corvettes, Cadillacs, Ferraris.
So basically, that's
inspiration.
That's where your inspo came to get into these older cars right now.
100%. So what are you making me there?
All right. So for your car, I decided to first I'm calling this the 59 sour. Obviously, because your car's a 1959, and I'm making you a sour, which has egg whites in it. So what I did is I took the egg and I just sifted the egg whites out. I threw that into a tin, and the spirit that I wanted to use in this was a gin, and I went ahead and I used a Bombay Dry Gin. Now, the reason why I use this gin is because this recipe from the 1700s was introduced into the U.S. in the late 59 into the early 60s. So that's kind of where I did a little research on my gins and all that. Cool. And this is what came into the United States right around that time. So I went ahead and I used 2 ounces of gin right in there. Now, I also used Licor 43. This is going to be a vanilla liqueur. This adds like little hints of like vanilla herbally notes into it. So I used a 1/2 ounce of this. Adds a little bit of sweetness, so I didn't want to go over the top with it, right? And then I took fresh limes and I squeezed the lime in there. So we're going to use 1 ounce lime juice, and I did want to use the limes instead of lemons. That's what typically comes in a sour, but I did do the lime because this kind of has that interior color of your car. There's kind of like minty, tones like that. And then speaking of the minty tones, the simple syrup right here that I made, This isn't just like a regular simple syrup. I infuse this with mint. So if you see that kind of like little color to it, yeah, it's got that like minty kind of color to it. It kind of looks cool, right? Yeah. Kind of like the interior of your car. So I ended up using a 1/2 ounce of this, add another little bit of sweetness to it, but it gives it that nice little like minty flavor as well too, right? Cool. And then I put that all in a tin, and then I haven't quite finished it yet. So now I'm gonna dry shake this drink. So what that's gonna do is that egg white in there, it's gonna mix in with all the ingredients, and that's going to create like a frothy texture. Then after I give it this nice little dry shake, what I'll do is I'll add some ice to it, give it another good shake, and that creates more of a froth as well too. So what I also did is I took some Nilla wafers and graham crackers and I crushed them up, and I added that into a little plate right here, and I wanted to add like a little rim to it, right? Okay. So I went ahead and did that, and now we're going to add some ice right in here. Now we'll give this a nice shake right here. And then always with these sour drinks, I like to use a fine strainer right here. Just because you're messing with egg, I like to fine strain everything out right there. So now we're going to strain this right into the glass right here. Kind of see that little froth right there? Yeah, looks good. Kind of laying on top. And I wanted to do this too because that color of your car, you kind of have that like yellowish, like kind of greenish. So I wanted to add like a lot of different tones to it. And then I also went ahead, prepped a little lime wheel right here. To think this kind of... looks like the roof. Right, yep. So that's basically going to be your roof right there. And then that's going to be it. And that's your 59 sour right there. I used 2 ounces of Bombay Dry Gin, 1/2 ounce licor 43. I use 1 ounce fresh lime juice, 1/2 ounce mint infused simple syrup. I took an egg, I sifted out the egg whites, dry shaked it with ice, strained it into a coupe glass with a Nilla wafer and graham cracker crust, little lime wheel to garnish. That's your 59 sour right there.
Looks good. Ready to try it?
Excited for you to try it. Yeah. Cheers. All right, Jake, this is the time of the show where this cocktail that I built for you, the 59 Sour, is going to get exchanged for something that you have. So if you think that this cocktail matches the vibe and the personality of the car of yours, I'm going to need those keys from you.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it.
All right, I'm excited for you to try it. All right, there's a cocktail right there. Thank keys you. To the 59. Cheers, buddy.
Fire.
Yeah.
Really good.
Good stuff?
Really good.
You kind of get like that little like mint flavor in there?
Mint, sweet from the graham cracker, was it?
Uh-huh, yeah.
The wafer.
And the Nilla wafer crust.
Really good. I think it might be my first sour, but really good.
You've never had a drink with egg whites in it before?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so with the egg white, it really smooths everything out, you know, like you typically do like a sour with a bourbon, but I wanted to kind of create the color of your car, something on that like lighter, the yellowish, the greens in there. So I think using a bourbon would have been a little bit too dark with it, but the sours really smooth things out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was very good.
So basically, last episode, we had some questions in a jar. I asked myself these questions, but now I got my guest here with me, and I got you. Okay. So now I get to freaking ask some questions, so I don't have to be asking myself these questions. So I'm just going to randomly pick these out of the jar, and yeah, let's get it going. So, all right, first question here for Jake is, how do you see the future of young people in the car world?
Depending on what kind of car you're talking about, you know. These older ones, it'd be cool to see them get into it more. Mm-hmm.
But do you not see, like, I know you go to a lot of these car shows all over Southern California here. Are you the youngest one at these shows?
There's younger. There are younger, but there's few.
All right.
You know, that are actually owning the cars.
But you see a lot of the younger generation, though, like actually admiring these cars and like, you know, instead of all these foreign cars and exotics, do you see a lot of them be like, yeah, this is what I want when I get older and I can drive?
I think so, and I hope so. I mean, when they see the little kids that come to the shows, they love it, you know, and it's not what they're used to seeing.
What's the most interesting story behind a car you've bought or sold?
It'd probably be the 49 Mercury I had.
Okay. I think it was cool.
Yeah, I was at the Orange County Fairground actually for a Cruising for the Cure show, which is all the proceeds go to like cancer research. And a buddy of mine there had the Mercury, and I was selling a car at the time. I had a 58 Impala, and he had this Mercury. and he came up to me and asked, any hits? And I was like, oh, not much. Like, what about you? Any hits on yours? And he's like, no. And I threw out an offer, and he went back and forth and was like, thought about it. He's like, let me think about it. And he came back. Sure enough, at the end of the day, I ended up walking away with the car.
That's so
It
cool.
won Best of Show.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of my favorite cars I had.
Yeah.
49 Merc.
That was the tan one, right?
Yeah, tan one.
That was in magazines and all that?
It was actually on the cover of Lowrider magazine.
Really? So cool.
Don't quote me on this, but I think it could have been one of the only Mercs on the cover of Lowrider magazine.
Really?
I think. I don't know.
Okay,
That's
cool.
a true fact. But
that thing was beautiful.
yeah,
That color.
to have a Mercury on there, I'd say is pretty cool.
It's huge for sure.
Yeah, it's huge.
Well,
But
I'll throw some B-roll in there of that car because that car was absolutely amazing. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone young trying to break into the buy-sell trade classic car world?
Buy them done, buy low, sell high.
Okay.
That'd be my best advice.
Okay. All right. I like
buy
it.
them done.
Yep. Too much of a hassle to put all the money into it and do it, and then
regardless, when you buy the car, and if you drive them like I do, like I enjoy them. I drive them almost more than my daily driver, as you know.
Yep.
I think they're more reliable than my daily driver's why, but just buy them done and don't have to put all that money and time.
Okay, I like it.
Into it.
Have you ever regretted selling one, or one that got away?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I let them go for a reason. Like I was always one. I get bored almost. I want to like get to the next one.
Yeah.
And I like driving different cars too.
That's true. Yeah.
But there's like maybe one. I'd say is probably my silver '58 Impala. If I could have kept one out of the
silver one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to keep this one.
I know, right?
But
hey, wouldn't you like to just keep them all?
exactly.
I mean, if we only had like a 20, 30 car garage, then, that's in hopes in the future for sure.
100%.
All right, so 58 Impala, that's the one you still think about at least.
Yeah.
We'll throw some B-roll of that one in there too. That had the red interior, right? Or
Red interior.
yeah, see, that was so cool. Silver with red is like, I love that combo.
I'm not a red fan. I'm not a red fan at all.
Uh-huh.
Usually with these classic cars, I like to stay away from red, but the silver and red.
Yeah, it's a good combo for sure. I feel like silver is such a underrated car, especially when you have like a nice like metallic flake in it.
Yeah.
Like both my cars are silver, so yeah,
Bias here.
Yeah, they're not from 1958 or the 50s, but. And what was the first classic car you ever fell in love with? The one that caught your eye the most?
My buddy's 55 GMC pickup truck.
Okay.
Shout out Logan Bros Barbershop.
Oh, Logan Bros.
Yeah, they got that 55 GMC pickup, that black one.
Yeah.
So the story is behind my truck that I'm building is I was trying to buy that one. Well, I wasn't really trying, but I guess I tried. But
Yeah. There was an offer probably thrown out there.
Offer thrown out.
Okay, cool.
I was, it wasn't serious. I knew he wasn't going to take it, but we were sitting over at La Serena in Laguna. He ended up pulling up because he wouldn't sell me his truck. He pulled up on Craigslist. He's like, what about this one? So by the end of the day, his brother Liam and I had gone out to Palmdale and had that thing on the back of the trailer and brought it home. But back to that, your first question, best advice is, buy them already done.
Yeah.
So that's this truck that I'm still building,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what inspired you to buy your first classic car, the truck, because say what year is your first?
56.
56,
Yeah.
and you fell in love with the 55 to begin
Fell in love
with.
with the 55, same body style, a little bit different in the front grille as far as one couple chrome pieces, but
so that's what got your heart pumping when it came to these cars, right there.
That's what got me started on them.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
All right, sweet. So old trucks, I like
Old
that.
truck.
Old truck from the 50s, can't go wrong with that. All right, if you could live in any decade strictly for its car culture, which one would you pick?
I'd say to live in that era when they first came out would probably be the 60s. Just because the 58, the 59, the 55 trucks that were already there, you know what I mean? Maybe the 70s, because by then I could actually be able to drive them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so let's just say at an age where you're able to drive, you're 18 years old. What decade would you want to live in with all the cars at that point?
Probably the 60s.
60s?
Yeah, that's where I have my most interest.
Okay, cool. That's where a lot
55 to 64.
Yeah.
It's like what I like.
What's the best story or memory you've had so far with one of your cars?
Probably just showing them to my grandparents and
Okay.
you know, letting them see these old cars that I'm into because of them. You know,
Yeah. So family is big for you.
Friends
and,
too.
Yeah.
Friends have used them in weddings, you know, like stuff like that. So
Okay. So being able to show your friends and family.
just enjoying them with everyone. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, being able to spread the love of these old cars.
100%.
Anywhere you go, I'm sure you get so much love to that car. You know, people don't see them all the time like that.
No, exactly, and it's fun to share it.
When you picture yourself 10 years from now, what does your life with cars look like?
Another good question.
That's all we're here with today. Do you think you're going to have, in 10 years, do you think you're going to have more cars than you have currently at the moment? Or what's the plan there?
Yeah, it really depends on where life takes me, I guess. But
That's true. Yeah, it depends on how many cars you can buy and sell, right?
Exactly. Hopefully, I'm still involved and still into it, I guess.
All right. Well, we'll check back in 10 years then, right?
Come on by.
Do you think the cars today will ever have the same lasting impact as the classics? And why or why not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, certain cars obviously will stick around. Porsches and certain Lexuses or even the Honda stuff. You know, I'm not into that kind of those cars. But I think there's always going to be a want for them.
What do you think makes you stand out compared to others in the classic buy-sell trade?
One, being young. And two, just really being even involved in these cars or enjoying them or liking them or showing interest in them, I guess.
So if you were to have one car, what would your dream car be in your garage right now?
A 58 Impala convertible.
The convertible?
Silver.
Yep.
Red interior, just kind of like the hardtop, but...
Yep. Almost like your original 58 that you had, but just you want the convertible?
Well, the one I had, it wasn't really original, but the one that silver 58, kind of that exact copy, but in a rag would be.
Okay, so that would be the main car.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, well, we're out of questions, so this is the time of the show where I'm going to open this garage door and drive that 1959 Chevy of yours. It's been really cool to, you know, hear the stories and a little bit more about this car and the old soul that you actually are. So what do you think we go out and do this?
Let's go do it.
All right, let's do it, man. 59 Chevy, let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we're here, dude. We're in the 1959, so yeah, this is wild, dude. This just brings me back in time, basically, right now. This is the oldest car I've ever driven, so kind of run me through. Do I have a seatbelt first off?
You do, but you don't legally need to wear it, so we're good to go on that.
So we're good to go. All right, basically just foot on brake, key to start, right?
Yep. There you go.
Now run me through turn signals, everything.
Turn signals. This is your column. So one down is reverse.
Okay.
One more down is neutral.
Yep.
One more down is drive. So
okay,
the first one down is
first
reverse.
one down is reverse,
You'll
then
feel
neutral,
Yep.
and then you're going to be in the drive.
Correct. You're going to feel it kick too in the reverse, and
All right.
same thing with the
Perfect.
drive.
All right, and these are carbureted, right, too?
Yes, carbureted.
Not fuel injected.
Not fuel injected.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're ready to go. Car's already warmed up. We'll keep this thing going. So one down is reverse, correct?
Yes, sir. You're ready to roll.
I'm ready to roll. Oh man, this is absolutely crazy, dude. I'm in an old school spaceship right now. This is wild.
It's super sensitive. Yeah. Crank it. Crank it. Crank it. Crank it. There you go. Driving a boat.
Oh my god. All right, here we go, dude. We are off. Oh, dude, I am so stoked to be driving this thing right now. This is.
I think you're the first person I've ever drive any of my cars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? I really appreciate it. I know this thing is extremely old. I'm going to be as careful as possible in this thing too. And we're just going to go through a cruise. That's just basically it right now. So your dad's never drove this thing before? Not yet?
Never. He really has no desire to either. I mean,
yeah, he doesn't really care to...
He likes to sit right where I'm at and cruise with me.
It's awesome. It's really cool seeing you guys at the car show, though. Like, I just had seen this past Saturday, just hanging out with the chairs, just getting all the people to come by, and just this thing gets so much traction. It's absolutely
it's
insane.
It's brought us closer, for sure. I mean, he was never into cars. Being from Switzerland, I mean, I don't think he had a car until he moved to America.
Really?
Yeah, there he had motorcycles or whatever, but
okay.
It was really my grandpa that got me into it, actually, my mom's dad. And but yeah, my dad he just enjoys that I'm into it and getting to cruise along.
Yeah, and he gets to spend time with you, which is really cool, you know, which is awesome. Now, your grandpa that you spoke of, he was into cars. What was like the first car that he had that you were like, wow, this is really cool?
I mean, to be honest, he had most of his cars, his nice cars that he really had were, you know, before I was alive. He was big into Corvettes and Cadillacs and Ferraris. He had like the 90s, the Testarossa models and old split window Corvettes were super sought after nowadays.
Oh yeah, like the 63
exactly,
split window?
1 year only. I mean,
no way, your grandpa had one of those?
Probably about 15 of them.
Really?
Yeah,
so he had a Testarossa as well too?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and many of them as well. So he was into buying and selling cars, and as a kid going over there, you know, for the holidays or whatever, spending Christmases at their house and stuff, and being in, you see his garage, you've been in my garage and seen all the pictures that I have of my cars and whatnot, but his garage was like mine on steroids. It's just full of, you know, his old pictures of him and my grandma and the cars, and he would go all the way to Texas or East Coast and buy cars. And
oh, that is so cool.
there's a guy that's still in business called Corvette Mike's. I think he's out in Anaheim area. And the beginning of his business, my grandpa and him were pretty much partners. My grandpa would help him buy the cars and finance them or whatever. And you know, until I think about right before I was born. So I'd say like early 90s. That's when he kind of stepped back from all that and and fully retired. But he was big, and I mean, even nowadays, all the cars, he'd sell his car the next day if he can make $1. You know, he's a hustler.
Have you taken your grandpa in these cars as well too?
Oh yeah, that's usually my first stop when I buy them is go show him. And the funny thing is, you know, these cars back in the day weren't worth much.
Now, as far as interior and all this goes, this all original interior in here as well too?
Well, the whole car has been restored. Interior included, but this is factory interior as far as this is the pattern. This is the same style it would have been in the 59.
Yep.
There's a company called Ciadella Interiors. Gina, she runs it, but she's got every year of fabric and upholstery or vinyl, whatever.
Really? Anything that you possibly need.
Headliners, I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but all these are little stars.
The attention to detail is just really cool in here. Now, this is electric bench seating as well too?
Electric power seats.
Power seats, but that wasn't a factory option, was it?
You know, I think in 59 it was a factory option. It was super rare. A lot of the times though, a lot of these, like the motors and all that stuff that work for these, a lot of these and the motors underneath that move the seat, I should say, are all coming from like Cadillacs and other model cars.
Horn work on this thing too?
It was at one point.
This is it though, this little half unit, right?
The thing is, so most of these horns are notorious. The horn rings, they call them, are known for breaking. So on the every year has their own horn ring. 58 is a full circle. 59 is kind of like the half moon right there. I think out of the 4 58s I've had, I think one of them had the full horn ring still intact, because most people, you know, would be banging on them and they break easy.
They get all pissed and just go to hit it.
On the 59, on this one, this is how it came, factory. But on the 58, it would have been a full, which is 58's the first year. This 59 is the second year of the Impala. That's personally my favorite year of the Impala.
That 58's your favorite year?
Yeah, it's the first year. You know, they usually say don't buy the first year model of a car just because of the problems it has. To me, that, I mean, obviously now when I buy them, it's not the first year, it's on the road, but 60 years later. But,
so 58 was the first year that they came out.
Right.
And
first year of the Impala.
For the Impala.
Right.
And then they had 10 generations of this car, correct?
Possibly. If you did your homework on that, you're probably right. I mean, they even made them in the
I did a little homework.
Yeah, I did a little
homework. I'm not going to lie. I did just a little bit.
I know they made them in the 90s, like 94, 96, I want to say. But man, they're hideous.
I know.
The body style changes so much. Every year, 58, it's just one body style. 59 has this bat wings that you'll see when we do a walk around on it. And then 60 kind of is like they call the dog ears because they're a little more flat. They have the bullet tail lights. It's almost like a mix of the 59, because it's the same dash as a 59 does on the 60, but it has the 3 bullet tail lights like the 58 has. So it's, I love the 60. A lot of people dog on it because it's not really a sought after year. Personally, I like it because it's kind of like the oddball year.
Yeah. Have you ever had a 60? Or?
No, not yet.
Okay. So if the opportunity arises?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm still looking for cars. You know, as soon as I buy a car, I'm still looking. Picked it up down in San Diego.
Oh, nice. Now, how long were you working on this deal for? Because I know these things they take a little while to get going.
So this one came about because, well, it's actually after a 58 Impala in the same color combo, or very similar color combo.
Okay.
I was bugging that dude for about 3 years trying to buy it from him, and you know, after 3 years of bugging him, I hit him up one more time. I shot my shot on it, and he made it for him. Okay. Which you know when you're buying and selling cars, you can't. It's hard to do that and sell a car that's that personal, and, you know, to that guy's liking. But anyways, he said he was with Majestic San Diego, and he was like, hey, my club brother, he's got this 59, you know, similar color combo. Do you want it? I'm like, well, you know, I love 58s, but I love that color combo. 59 is the most sought after year with the Impala, so I was like, you know, I can't lose. Exactly. With that, you know, I was already about to buy a 58 in this color combo. So now, does 59 fetch the most premium as far as these Impalas go? Right now, it's the top dog with the Impalas. You know, if this was a convertible, I'd be upwards of 200 grand. You know how much I love convertibles. There's this I know you. There's that saying, you know, top goes down, price goes up. Yeah. Just 59 projects, like full-blown projects. I need everything: body, paint, suspension, the whole 9. They're going for anything from 60 to 100 grand. Really? Full-blown projects. Wow, that's crazy. You know what the thing is though? It's all hype. Really, at the end of the day, the whole convertible thing, it's hype. You're sitting there, especially in the summertime, like today's weather, it's nice to have a roof over your head. It is. It's a little bit, you're not baking in the sun. At a Pomona swap meet last Sunday, or the Sunday before that now, I was offered a 57 convertible. Okay. Which, it's a big dog for the Tri-5 era Bel Airs. It's 57's like the king of that era, I'd say. But the car was on hydraulics, and it just didn't make sense for me to do that. You know, I wanted something that's more stock. So when I'm driving this thing, I almost feel like I'm only 5'6". So when I'm looking, like if I just if I just duck down a little bit, I literally have this perfect little spot in between the steering wheel to just kind of see out of. Right. Well, I got the seat. This is as far as back as it goes, so. Okay, you know how I told you earlier I did a little bit of research on this? Yeah. So this car in 1959, these bench seats were the lowest production seats to be in an American car. Yep, they sat the lowest to the ground because the standards, the roof had to be a certain amount of height, and they needed to meet that standard, so they had to drop the seat a little bit lower. That makes sense because I mean this roof line is definitely smaller than the 58s, like from what I'm used to having, I guess you could say. This is my second 59, by the way. I've had another one. It wasn't as loaded down as this. Second 59, huh? This is my second 59 Impala. First one was a full frame off, black, red oxide floors, super clean car. But, you know, I think with this one, I had only had that other one for maybe 2 weeks until I sold it. But this one, I've really noticed just from driving it a lot, is getting in it and getting out, how much shorter the roof line is on it. You know? And when I get in, I'm really having to get sideways almost. I'm telling you, you'll get more thumbs up and shakas in this thing. Dude, right? You got to get some insane looks in that. Can we get a little B-roll right here? Yeah. By the water right here? Is that cool? Yeah, of course. That'd be a sick little. Cool. This would be really cool to get some B-roll. Just watch that curve. Yeah, I'm gonna park it out like this. Yeah, that's cool. Is that cool? Okay, like that. Right there. Perfect. Let's get right there. All right, let's get a little B-roll real quick. Try racing anybody? No, not at all. I will say that out of all the cars that I probably will be doing in this first season. Yeah, brother, thank you. I will say this will probably be the car that I drive the slowest. I will tell you that much. Oh, 1000%. I thought the 1975 BMW that I did with Austin, I thought I was going slow in that car, but I think this is going to be the one that I am the slowest and most careful with. Like I said, man, it's a boat. It's for sale. Someone wanting to do deals already? That's what I'm saying. 50K plus a motorcycle? Yeah.
Everybody gives this thing freaking so much love, man. This is wild. What do you feel is like the coolest part of driving these old cars?
Just being able to drive and experience them, you know? Really, like...
Do you think it kind of brings you back in time a little bit, or?
Oh, for sure. I mean, my favorite thing too is going to the car show and you hear the stories. Oh, my dad had one of these, or you know what I mean? I grew up, my mom and dad had one, and I grew up as a kid driving in them, you know, and you hear the old stories, and that's what makes it cool too. It's funny as too as I see a younger person driving them, all these people, and they're always like, oh, is it your parents, or your dad's cars, your grandpa's? Did it get passed down? I'm like, no. Like, it's crazy to see a kid your age, you know, into these cars.
Yeah.
I love them. And
this is just what you like.
mainly what got me into this is that the first car I ever bought was that 56 GMC pickup truck that I'm still building.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm more
Yeah, how many years has that been?
going on 6 now.
6 years. Okay, so for everybody watching, this is like your first classic car that you bought, correct?
Right, first classic car I ever bought.
It's it. Now, what is it?
It wasn't my first car, it was you're right.
Yeah,
First classic car I bought.
Classic car.
And it was a 1956 GMC pickup.
Okay.
It's a short bed, big back windows, it's got the wraparound rear windshield and step sides, cool pickup, you know, and I didn't realize how long it takes to build these cars, and I keep doing 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing, you know, where I already had the motor built. And then I said, you know what, I ended up buying a Whipple. I didn't realize, you know, now I had to pull the motor back out, put all forged internals, put new rods, pistons, cam bearings, the whole nine, you know.
So this truck is going to be fast. Whipple supercharger on there.
It's going to fly.
That's your keeper,
That's
right?
I have to.
You got to, right? Because you're about 6 years deep into that thing right now.
Everyone asks me, are you going to sell it right away? My dad laughs too. He's like, the day you get it, I know you're going to put it up for sale. I'm like, no. I'm like, the only way I'll get my time, and only time but money out of it too, is by enjoying it.
Exactly.
So I'll let, like you said, you were asking before, you know, does my dad want to drive them, or does he ever drive the cars? And that one I'm going to make him drive.
You're going to make up.
He can drive that to the shows, or maybe I will, and then I'll continue to
whatever you have at the time.
Exactly, whatever catches my eye.
Because I remember when you first got that thing, I saw pictures of it, and I mean, it wasn't in the best shape by any means.
It didn't even drive or start. I bought this thing as a complete roller, where I thought it was going to be a year or two, turned out to be, you know, 5 or 6.
Yeah. So are you expecting to have it done?
It's my fault.
So you basically were just a little indecisive on what you wanted to do with this vehicle.
I knew what I wanted. I just knew I couldn't afford it at the time. And then, you know, as time went on, I was able to stack a little more money. Now I'm done, you know. Do it right the first time, that way I'm not having to do it twice down the line. That way when I get this truck, it's get in and go, you know what I mean? It's going to be get in and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
hey, well, I'm excited to see that truck, to be honest, right there.
You'll be able to drive it too.
Thanks, bud. I mean, I'm so honored driving this thing right now. Just cruising down PCH, this thing is just so much fun to drive. The gauges, I really love the gauges in here. I mean, this is so retro and freaking cool
back in the 50s,
looking.
everyone wanted to do like the jets. Everyone wanted to go to the moon back then, you know. Everything was rocket ships, this and that. And like, I don't know about you, I grew up watching the Jetsons.
Yeah, I watch the Jetsons as well, too.
Before my time, but seeing all the spaceship-like cars, and you go look at those cars when they're flying or whatever, they look just like this. You know?
This is different, and they don't make anything like these anymore these days.
And that's kind of too, with like, it kind of has like that jet-like cockpit look, you know. That's what they were going for with the design.
Yeah! Woo! That's right, boy! No way, dude! That's what's up. That's the homie.
You're getting recognized,
dude. Getting recognized on the streets right now, dude. Shout out, owner of Bear Coast Coffee right there. So you know Bear Coast Coffee?
Yeah, fire.
Getting recognized in the 59, baby. This thing has been an absolute blast. I can't thank you enough for letting me drive this thing, and I really hope that drink that I made for you kind of matches the personality of this car.
Sure will.
You guys know that this car is currently for sale right now, so if that's something that you're interested in, down below will be Jake's Instagram, and I will put his phone number on there for you. If you have any questions, if you want to buy something like this, it's for sale. So
give me a holler.
Yeah, give him a holler, Jake. I really can't thank you enough, and until next time, buddy, that's the 59 Impala for you guys. We'll see you soon.
Peace.